Today we are going to discuss about conservation laws in electrodynamics. We know that conservation laws are pivotal in physical sciences. In simple harmonic oscillator, we know that the total energy, the Hamiltonian, is conserved. In X-ray diffraction, which we study in our solid state physics, it's an elastic process. The energy and momentum is conserved. When we come to statistical mechanics, we know that in different kinds of ensembles, different physical properties or the parameters like energy, temperature, number of particles are conserved. In quantum mechanics, conservation laws and symmetry play a pivotal role. In particle physics or nuclear physics, we know that there are several conservation laws, CPT symmetry, conservation of baryon number, hadron number, and so on. So today we are going to analyze three different conservation laws in electrodynamics. The first one is the conservation of charge, or we call it as the continuity equation. It is the conservation of charge. The charge is conserved in the universe. We are not talking about all the charge in the universe. We are talking about the local conservation law. We take a small volume of charge, and it have a charge q at a time t, which is given as integral of rho d tau over the whole volume. What is rho? Rho is the volume charge density. And we know that if a charge is enclosed, a charge q is enclosed in a volume V, we know that the charge will flow through the surface of the volume, or the current flowing out through the surface is given as, or through the boundary flowing out through the boundary, S is given as closed surface integral J dot dA, where dA is the area covering the boundary S. So we can say it like that: the rate of change of charge will be equal to the rate of flow of current through the boundary, or this can be written as d by dt of rho d tau integral over whole volume, because I have substitute rho d tau instead of q. So this will be equal to, this is integral over area, and using Gauss divergence theorem, this can be written as integral del dot j d tau. So we know that the integrands will be equal. Since we are integrating about an arbitrary volume, the integrand should be equal, or d rho by dt is equal to minus del dot j. So this is the very familiar continuity equation, which says that the rate of change of charge density will be equal to the divergence of the current. So this is the conservation law, and we know that this is a consequence of the electromagnetic laws. So this is all about the conservation of charge. Now we are going to discuss about conservation of energy. Is energy conserved in electromagnetism? So first of all, I would like to ask you a question. Where is the energy stored in the case of an electromagnetic situation, or in an electromagnetic case, where is the energy stored? Is the energy stored inside the charge? No. The energy is stored in the electromagnetic field. It is not in the charge. The energy is stored in the electromagnetic field. We know that the work done to keep a static charge distribution. See, if there is a charge distribution, what happens? There will be a Coulomb repulsion between the charges. So there is a natural tendency for them to go apart. So work has to be done to keep the charges together. What is that work? We will define that work as WE is equal to epsilon 0 by 2 integral E square d tau. So similarly, for a current to keep going against the back EMF, a work has to be done. That work is defined as Wm is equal to 1 by 2 mu 0 integral B square d tau. So So, this is the work done to keep the charges together and to keep the current going. That is the energy stored in the electromagnetic field. So, now think of the situation. We have a charge and current distribution which gives us an electric field E and magnetic field B at time t. After a certain time dt, a charge moves a bit. What is the work done by the force acting on these charges in time dt? So, there is a charge distribution, there is a current distribution at time t. After a time dt, a charge moves a bit in time dt. So, what is the work done by the forces acting on these charges in time dt? We know that the Lorentz force law is given by F into dl is equal to Lorentz force Q into E plus V cross B, dl can be given as V dt. So, this will become Q E V dt because V cross B is having a direction which is perpendicular to V and B, and when we take the dot product of that with V, we know that it is going to be 0. So, that term will not come to the account. So, the F dot dl will become Q E into V dot dt, but the charge Q can be given as Q is equal to rho d tau. So, therefore, F dot dl becomes rho V into E d tau. Rho V is the charge electric current, rho V is the current J. So, this become J dot E d tau or E dot J d tau because the dot products commute. So, now we have the rate of change of work done on these charges is given by dw by dt which is equal to of the whole volume E dot J d tau, where E dot J is the work done per unit time per unit volume. E dot J is the work done per unit time per unit volume, or it is known as the power delivered per unit volume. So, now we have to define each terms and find the conservation of energy. So, using Ampere's Maxwell's law, which we are familiar, we can write del cross B as mu 0 J plus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou E by dou T, and E dot del cross B, E dot del, taking a dot product with E, it becomes mu 0 E dot J plus mu 0 epsilon 0 E dot dou E by dou T. So, we can write E dot del cross B as this term, or in turn E cross J is equal to 1 by mu 0 E dot del cross B minus epsilon 0 E into dou E by dou T. So, E dot J can be written as 1 by epsilon 0 E dot del cross B minus mu 0 epsilon 0 E into dou E by dou T. Using product rule, we can write del dot E cross B as B dot del cross E minus E dot del cross B. Del dot E cross B can be written as B dot del cross E minus E dot del cross B. E dot del cross B, which we have to substitute here, is equal to del dot E cross B this is minus del dot E cross B plus B dot, what is del cross E? Del cross E is minus dou B by dou T from Maxwell's equation, So, using this and this, we get E dot j is equal to 1 by E dot del cross B. We are substituting this equation 1 by mu 0 into minus B into dou B by dou T. So, this term minus del dot E cross B, this term minus epsilon 0 E into dou E by dou T. So, E dot j is given as minus 1 by mu 0 B into dou B by dou T minus del dot E cross B minus epsilon 0 E into dou E by dou T. But what is B into dou B by dou T? So, this can be written as 1 by 2 into dou by dou T of B square. So, derivative of P square becomes 2B into dou B by dou T. 2 and 2 will get cancelled off and we will get B into dou B by dou T. Similarly, E into dou E by dou T can be written as half dou by dou T of E square. So, our equation of E dot j will become minus 1 by 2 mu 0 dou by dou T of B square. So, this term minus 1 by 2 mu 0 dou by dou T of B square, then what? Minus del dot E cross B, then one more term, that is minus 1 by 2 epsilon 0 dou by dou T of E square. So, now we have three terms for E dot j, or we can write dw by dt. dw by dt as minus d by dt of, so this first two terms minus d by dt of. So, we know that dw by dt is equal to integral of E dot j d tau, and E dot j is having three terms. So, we have to write it as minus dou by dou T, two terms of minus dou by dou T. We are summing up it together, minus dou by dou T of integral half epsilon 0 E square plus 1 by mu 0 P square d tau. So, this comes from these two terms, integral half epsilon 0 E square plus 1 by mu 0 B square, half we have taken as common. Then one more term is there, minus 1 by mu 0 integral, this term minus 1 by mu 0 integral over volume V del dot E cross B d tau. So, now our rate of change of work done on the charges is given by two terms, minus d by dt of one term and minus 1 by mu 0 of del dot E cross B into d tau. And we know that this term, we know these two terms, this is the electric work done and this is the magnetic work done. So, we define UEM as the total energy or the total work done to keep the static and current, static charge together and the current going is given as half epsilon 0 E square plus 1 by mu 0 B square integral of the volume d tau. So, this equation becomes dw by dt is equal to minus d by dt of, this is the energy stored in the electromagnetic field, minus d by dt of UEM minus, and this becomes minus 1 by mu 0 using the Gauss divergence theorem. This becomes integral over the closed surface E cross B dA, and we define a term S is equal to 1 by mu 0 E cross B. We define a term S is equal to 1 by mu 0 E cross B, and this is the energy per unit volume transported by the field. So, this is the energy per unit volume transported by the field, and this is called the Poynting's vector. This is called the Poynting's vector. So, we can briefly write it as minus d by dt of UEM minus closed surface integral S dot dA. So, dW by dt can be written as minus d by dt of UEM minus closed surface integral S dot ds. So, this equation is known as the Poynting's theorem. So, this expression is known as the Poynting's theorem, and the Poynting's theorem states that the work done on the charges by the electromagnetic force. So, that is the work done on the charges by the electromagnetic force is equal to the decrease in the energy stored in the electromagnetic field. I will repeat it, in the decrease in the energy stored in the electromagnetic field less the energy flow out through the surface. So, we have the energy stored in the electromagnetic field, decrease in that, less the energy flow through the surface, that will be the work done on the charges by the electromagnetic force. So, this is a kind of conservation law. This is the conservation law in law of energy in electromagnetism. So, it is known as the Poynting's theorem, and we know that the work done on the charge by the electromagnetic force will increase the mechanical energy. So, d by dt of integral. So, this increase can be represented as U mechanical. Therefore, this expression or the Poynting's theorem can be written as d by dt of integral U mechanical, that is the work done on the charges by the electromagnetic force, plus UEM. So, UEM is the work done to keep the charges together or keep the currents flowing, that is called the UEM, total energy stored in the electromagnetic field. D tau is equal to minus closed integral S dot dA, or this can be written as minus dV del dot S d tau. Since the integration is over an arbitrary volume, we can write this as d by dt of the integrands d by dt of U mechanical plus U electromagnetic is equal to minus del dot S. So, this is the differential form of Poynting's vector, or we can see that this is equivalent to the continuity equation. D by dt of d rho by dt is equal to minus del dot J was the continuity equation. Similarly, for Poynting's theorem can be written similarly as d by dt of U mechanical plus U electromagnetic is equal to minus del dot S. This is the energy conservation law in electromagnetism or the familiar Poynting's theorem. So, in the next class we will discuss about the momentum conservation in electromagnetism. Thank you.